Hello, Saad. Or is it Asad? Asad. Hello. Asad, where are you? Asad Sadiri. Are you in the Middle East, or you're in UK or North America? Where are you? Ah, India. Must be pretty late there right now. Probably, what, around 3 o'clock in the morning? What are you doing up so late? What's going on? Ah, you're welcome, Asad. I'm delighted to hear that. So obviously you're subscribed on my YouTube channel and you're watching the videos. I hope you have clicked on the bell on the channel and chosen the all option of always to alert you. Still, I don't get the problem with the YouTube is not fixed for my live streaming. And they just emailed today letting me know that they recognize there's a confirmed technical problem and that they're trying to solve it. And they will let me know when it's resolved. But I tried again today, just a few minutes ago, just to see if it's already resolved or not. And of course it wasn't, because I sat there for a few minutes and nobody showed up. So I know nobody gets notification when I go live on YouTube. So let me fix this a little bit so you guys can see my face. So that's why I decided to come on Facebook, since I have a little bit more time these days. I don't want to lose the chance to catch up, explore, and help anyone that I can. And Asad says, yes, I'm watching your YouTube channel. Oh, good, okay. And I bet you have subscribed, right? It's very important for us to get more subscriptions. So if you would be kind enough to share the videos that you like on your Facebook or other social media, Instagram, whatever it is possible, and then I would appreciate it, because that would help people to get to know that there is such a support, such content, such channel, such discussions available, and they could be helped in the challenge that they're facing with. And at the same time, it will put us on the map, and YouTube algorithm will start recognizing us as our subscribers numbers goes up. Otherwise, we're still invisible, while we have thousands and thousands of people literally emailing me numbers and appreciating the contents, how much it was helpful to them. But they find us accidentally. They don't necessarily know about this. So this channel is not visible. Yet we have managed to have about 16,000, almost 16,000 subscribers, or on the way to 16,000 subscribers. So every little bit of publicity helps. If you guys know people in the media or some medium that would be interested to do an interview or to take a look at our videos and make a report of some kind, we'd appreciate it. So, and then now here we have Debbie Case, or Deb Case. Is it Debbie or Deb? I can't say if it's a man or a woman. So remember, guys, when you ask a question, it would be very important to let me know where you're tuning in from, which country, and how old you are, and how old the partner that you're having an issue with or broke up with is, and if you're man or woman. That helps me out to know a little bit about your culture by knowing where you're tuning in from. Age, so I would know what angle to approach to communicate with you. And if you're man and woman, of course, it's important for me to know so I can tailor the discussion towards your specific situation. And we have Sonia. Hello. Sonia says, hello, Mehran Jun. Hello, Sonia Jun. Long time no see, dear. How have you been? Hope all is well with you. Sonia, are you subscribed to my YouTube channel? Or are you just finding me here whenever I have? Because I have over 230 live streams on YouTube by now, because we've been having 2, 3, 4 times a week until somehow there's a technical glitch and we are no longer alerted or no information when I'm going live goes to my subscribers to know that I'm live. So nobody shows up for the past 2 weeks. They don't know that we are on, while they were always competing as a fun challenge to each other to see who's going to be picking up the live streaming first. So within seconds, we always had an audience. But now I can sit there for half an hour and nobody shows up. So I reported that to YouTube, and YouTube is trying to fix it. They have confirmed there's a technical problem. So we'll see. Until then, I'm here. But I want you all to subscribe to YouTube, the ones who haven't, and click on the bell, so then you'll be notified when we go live on YouTube. And also helps us to be more popular and YouTube algorithm to recognize us, to grow. Deb says, woman, upstate New York, 62. Oh, hello, dear. Good to see you here. And Deb, have you found our channel on YouTube at all, or how did you find us here? Or from YouTube you came here, or you stumbled on this live talk today? If you have stumbled, because I don't remember necessarily that I've spoken to you before or not. If you stumbled on us here, please make sure go to YouTube channel and subscribe. We have over 1,200 videos discussing the topics of breakups and heartbreak and how to understand it. And it all stems from the playlist we have on the channel called the Psyche. That is where we talk about thoughts, what is thinking, what is thoughts, consciousness, how is it born, how is it put together, what's the relationship between thoughts and consciousness. Then we discuss about fear, what is fear, how is it born, pleasure, desire, how desire is born, what is desire all about, ego, and what's the role of ego and desire and pleasure and thoughts and consciousness and fear in our daily life and negotiation of life in this journey. So when we get to know all that, we get to know a little bit more about ourselves, our center, who we are, how we are put together. Then we can understand why we act, react, feel the way we do in certain circumstances, including our breakups. So hopefully you have had a chance, or if you are interested, you can go to YouTube and check out the videos, the playlists, many different playlists, about 65 playlists, different topics, and over 1,200 videos discussing about what I just talked to you about, using that concept in helping people understanding their breakups and how to move on. So that was specifically for you, Debbie or Deb, and hope that you will go to YouTube channel, which the link is up there on this discussion. It says the YouTube link, and then you can subscribe for sure and click on the bell so you'll be notified whenever we have a live streaming on YouTube, which we always have 2-3 times a week, other than the past 2 weeks, which some technical difficulty has stopped us, and now we're YouTube is trying to fix it, figure out what it is. And Sonia says, yes, I am. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. All right, so the store is open. If you guys have a question, you can shoot, and we will explore it together. And Deb, how does it work? Because I don't know how the live. Is there a list that you go on Facebook and you see what pages are live? Because unless you liked my page, I don't think you would be notified if I'm live or not. Or is there just a list of what pages are live and you choose from? So let me know so I could understand. Deb says, I've never seen you on YouTube. Oh, okay, then please make sure go on YouTube. You can either use the link up there or the name of the channel, which is breakups, life, and your psyche. Then my name, mehran, dadbeh. Or you can just use my name, mehran, dadbeh. No other name is like it. So when you search on the search engine of YouTube, you will get to my channel, even if you don't write the whole name of the channel. So I hope the resolution and the quality of the voice and everything is good. One thing is for sure, even though I use the same Wi-Fi for my laptop, Mac, and for this iPhone, when I'm on Mac, the resolution is not as nice, as clear, as wonderful as this is. And I wonder why. They're both Apple, and they're both using the same Wi-Fi. Perhaps Facebook has an easier way of, connecting. I don't know. I'm using OBS on my laptop in order to be able to configure it and then click on to get on live with YouTube. Anyhow, this is a much better quality, that's for sure. Sorry. Trying to make it a little bit more. Deb says, you just popped up on live feed. I read some of your work. I must have liked your page. Ah, I see. I only have Facebook. Oh, I see. On tablet. Ah, I see. Okay, then I guess the best thing for me to grow the YouTube channel, which we know we have reached over 1.6 million people so far. We are slow growth, but we know we have reached that many people, and we know for a fact on comments that we receive on many of our videos, or all kinds of emails that I receive, they are certainly unique comment, second to none, very complimentary, appreciative, and expressing their gratitude and the fact that the videos have had life-changing effects on them. So we know the contents are helping people, but we are not known because we know of channels that they, as subscribers tell me, they're not really seriously in depth or helpful, yet they've got 400, 500, 600,000 subscribers, which I wonder how they got that. But I like to be helped by you guys. So if you know a way to share the videos on your social media, I'd greatly appreciate it, and that helps us to reach more people and help more people, and at the same time grow. And once we grow and have more subscribers, then naturally we'll have a little bit more resources. Economically would be healthier, and then we can do more things, which is necessary to reach more people, more advertisements, more maybe better quality of videos, and so on and so forth. All right, now, are we going to be chit-chatting today, or are we going to have any questions? Usually I'm inundated with questions when we are on YouTube. Sometimes we go 4 hours straight, 3 hours, 2 hours. 1 hour is a minimum that we usually are able to cut it off on YouTube. Usually we have to go 2, 3, 4 hours just to catch up with everyone's question. Here, I haven't been here for a long time, so perhaps we don't have that kind of a number of participants yet, and we got to rebuild it. At one time, when we were having Facebook live talks, we were asked by a company out of India called WittyFeed, and they had a page called The Amazing Things in the World. And that page had a reach of 5 million people. And every time we had a live talk, we had 20, 30,000 people watching, about 500 or so participating. So it was a pretty crowded place and was very interactive, very filled with action. But now we've been able to build a good audience on YouTube, even though we're still not getting the alerts out. So out of 16,000 subscribers we often have maybe 100 people watching, 30 people participating. So we need to increase that, and perhaps that's where you guys come into picture and help us all out. Robert says, hi Mehran. Hello Robert. 21 from Scotland. Thank you very much for sharing that vital information. Helps me out to know where you guys are located and how old you are, of course, and if you're a man or woman, and so I can tailor the responses to your situations and state in life. And Robert says, I recently broke up with a girl I was with for almost a year. To begin with, it was good, but as the relationship went on, all she did was went to drink alcohol. She chose that over me. And when she was drunk, she was violent towards me. She smashed my car window, attacked me, made up lies about me by saying I used to hit her. She has been in and out of jail as well. We broke up just recently there, but I still really like her and can't get her out of my mind. All I think about are the good times we had. Yes, that is normal for human being to only think about the good things that we experience in life, because that's our survival mechanism. Imagine if we were designed to remember all the bad things, pains and sufferings, misfortunes, dangers. We would be a nervous wreck walking in the street like this and afraid, and we wouldn't function. But we have survival mechanism that naturally brings forward to frontal part of our memory, more accessible, the good memories, because the whole idea is to be encouraged by positive energy, and we have that mechanism through good memories to bring that motivation, hope, encouragements, and good positive energy in order to accomplish what we are here to accomplish or attend to our lives. So we naturally forget the bad stuff. So when you break up with someone, you will always remember the good stuff, especially the fact that human beings' life is based on and based around pleasure. So you are seeking pleasure, looking for pleasure, anything that makes you feel good, you have a propensity towards, you're gravitating towards. And that's one of the reasons that many people are attracted to drugs, alcohol, things that makes them feel good, not realizing that just because something feel good is not necessarily good for you. And that comes when proper decision making and judgment, which is very delicate in life, and one has to become an expert in that, to be able to differentiate between something that is making you feel good, and something that is good for you. And to be able to distinguish what makes you feel good but is not good for you, and what makes you feel good and is good for you. These are the traits of the tricks of the trade, I guess, and you got to focus on them. So right now you're focusing on what the good stuff you said, because your whole life is based on pleasure, and you will naturally gravitate toward the memory that brings you good feelings, which are pleasure of intimacy, sex, being with her when she's normal and behaving kindly. And of course, she's a woman, and woman is very important to us men. We love women, we cherish them, we think they're very important for many reasons, which that has been discussed in many other videos, and it's not a place for it here, it'll go 2 hours. But one reason is because you get intimacy and sex and pleasure through relationship with the woman that you seem to have had a relationship with. And for that reason, you constantly want that pleasure. So it's not necessarily the woman that you're missing. It's the pleasure that you're missing. It's not necessarily her that you want back. It's the old order, the pleasure, the feeling of importance, all that intimacy and so on that you are gravitating toward. And because you used to receive all that through relationship with her, you think she's the one that is good, she's the one that you miss, she's the one that you really want back. You don't. You just were conditioned to be part of an order, the order through certain mechanical processes, certain things that you were doing together. And mostly you remember the good stuff with her. Through all those mechanical processes, the things that you guys would do together, a certain order was born. And you're used to that order. And now that that order is broken, she's no longer around, you feel that you miss her, but you actually miss the order. You miss the pleasure. You miss the lovey-dovey fun things. You miss the sex. And all that confuses you, makes you think that you want that scumbag who's been attacking you, bad-mouthing you, and being drunk all over. What's to write home about some kind of a relationship that is having you involved with a person who is self-centered, doing illegal things, is in and out of jail all the time? What do you see in her? And you come to what we just talked about. You don't see her as she is. You only see her as a portal for you to attain that pleasure, feeling good about yourself, feeling important, that you have a girlfriend, you are a man of some kind. But that is not the way to feel good about yourself. You got to go find quality woman. In other words, you got to expect a lot more than if you're turned on by a woman. You got to expect certain standards. You got to expect certain moralities, mentalities. You have to be harmonious and compatible with the mentality of that woman. You cannot build anything based on physical attraction. Physical attraction is all lovey-dovey good stuff for the pleasure part. But there is no solid ground there for you to build a relationship or faithful or compatible, harmonious relationship. Because what you can build that on is consciousness. How is your consciousness put together? How you guys are bonding through each other's consciousness. How you understand each other. Do you understand and know each other? You can only say yes if you know each other's consciousness. Because who are you? You are your center. What is center? Center is your consciousness. How you've been conditioned. How you've been put together. And to know these things, which means to know her about her consciousness and her upbringing and all the conditionings that she has received, then you know her. Then you can see if you're compatible or not. But just being turned on by a woman, or two of you like each other physically and sexually, that's just pleasure. But you can't build a relationship based on pleasure. You know, pleasure is not something to build anything on. Pleasure is just a momentary thing for you to feel good about yourself. And you shouldn't be sacrificing a whole lot out there that you should expect just to attain that pleasure. So if you look at her for who she is, how she is, what place she has gathered or she has assumed in the society and in your life, how she behaves and how she affects your life, influences your life, then you see her in her entirety, and you will see, that's not something that you want to be around with. Then you should focus on what expectation and standards you have and look for that quality. I wonder how you actually came about to have a relationship with such a woman. If you're not a drunk yourself, if you're not a useless person yourself and have ambitions and want to accomplish things in life, then why would you choose such a person with such a lifestyle? That's the question. Not that you miss her. Of course, you can miss anybody that you've had sex with, but that's not the way to miss anybody. You focus on who is she? Can you miss that person? No. The stuff that you're missing, it is always available through other relationship, other women, other people that would meet your standards, and you got to look for that kind of quality to build a relationship with. All right. Hope that will help you out here. Robert. We have a deafening silence here. What's going on? Something I said. Robert, have you subscribed to my YouTube channel yet? Have you found us from there? Have you found this page from YouTube, or you just stumbled on this here? Ranjini says, hello, sir. Hello, Ranjini. How are you, dear? Ranjini, where are you tuning in from? And how old you are? Robert says, I have been subscribed for a while. I've private messaged you lots of times. Oh, okay then. I bet you have received an answer if you have private messaged me. Is that not correct? Ediri says, hello, okay, hello. Ranjini says, super good, sir. I'm from India, just 19. Hello, dear. Thank you for joining us. It's pretty late in India right now. It must be about 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 a.m. What are you guys doing up so late? What's the matter? Actually, I came online on YouTube today, just about a few minutes before I came online here, just to see if the YouTube technical problem is resolved, and it wasn't, so I then decided to come on Facebook. But it's pretty late during the day, so I didn't expect definitely anybody from Middle East or India. I would expect at this time of the day here, about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, to maybe catch people in UK or Germany or Europe in general, but not further with 11 or 12 and a half hours time difference, which is India. But I can see more of the participants here are from India, which is time to sleep. Russell says 38 male UK. Thank you, Russell. And Russell said, could, let's see. Ranjina says, sleepless, sir, and happy to see you. The time is 3:15. Okay. Ranjini, have you also subscribed on YouTube? If you haven't, please go on my YouTube channel. The link is up there, and subscribe, because that's where we actually need lots of subscribers, and so therefore we can have all the videos available to you, and then at the same time it helps us to be recognized by having more subscribers. Then the YouTube will recognize our channel, and we gain, we grow, healthier. And Russell says, could you talk about handling the ups and downs of life and being able to go with the flow of events that happen to us? What advice can you give about having a fulfilled existence? Well, you got to understand that life is not about one thing. So if you think your life will be fulfilled and complete if you attain and accomplish that one thing, then you are not experiencing life. You are simply focusing on one tangent, one project that you always wanted to accomplish. Like, if I have the most suitable girlfriend, then my life is set. If I have the best job, then my life is set. If I have accomplished this kind of sports activities or that kind of education, then my life is. All these are all part of a complete life. By themselves, individually, they do not complete life. They do not bring you what you expect life to be. These are all components of a picture of life, and each fragment is part of a life to help you to complete the whole picture of your life. And that picture is not completed at one part of life. It's an ongoing completion of this picture, because life is a journey. It's not like to say, I got to go from here to here, then this is life. This whole journey from here to here is life. That where you get to, what you accomplish, one of your projects, is one of the stages of life that you will experience through this continuous journey. So the whole thing, so if you tell me what is fulfillment of the existence, there is no one thing. The fact that you're here is already fulfilled. Why? Because you're now here in the ocean of experiences of life, and through swimming and going down the wave and gulping gulp of water, and then frantically swim again, and until you learn to become expert to swim and to know what part of the ocean not to go, what part of the ocean to go. These are whole experiences which fulfills your life to become an expert helper, expert survivor that you can teach others, or without even directly teaching others, by example, you will influence other lives because of the way you have learned to up your game in life, to be more expert in exchange with challenges of life. So the whole existence of fulfillment in existence is the whole experience of life, not one thing, not success in this or success in that, then you are fulfilled. No, this whole swimming in the ocean of life, this whole journey is the fulfillment of existence. And then the ups and downs of life, how to handle it. Do you have any other choice? It's not supposed to be looked upon as a problem. It's supposed to be looked upon as the essence of this, the characteristics of this ocean. You can't go in the ocean and say, how do I handle ups and downs of the wave? That is the ocean. Ocean has waves. You cannot expect to be in the ocean and experience no waves, ups and downs. The ups and downs is why life is the way it is and makes you feel the way you do. If there was no ups, there would be no fun. If there was no downs, the ups wouldn't look so desirable to achieve for it. So this whole thing is supposedly to create balance. And I'm not saying the shitty things that we go through life is pleasant. No, not at all. But I'm saying when it happens, you have no choice but to find a way to deal with it, because you're always looking to achieve, get rid of this, deal with this, so you can have a chance to go through the ups. So the up is where we want to be. When the low comes, we have to deal with it. It's not like, how do we deal with it? We have to deal with it because we want to get back to up. Our motivation to deal with the low time is because we want to get back to the high time. And that should be a tremendous motivation for you to never give up in face of adversities, in face of the low times and the low tides and down times, because you always have this motivation and wanting, desire to be on the upside. Therefore, you will deal with the challenges. You want to deal with challenges. You want to find solutions for it. And you will not ever give up just because it's down. No, I should give up. No, it's down, but I know there is an up. There was an up. I experienced it. Or if I haven't, I know there is an up. Others have an up. And I want to deal with this down, low point to get to the up point. And I'm going to prepare for that. Deal with it. Prepare myself. Educate myself. Become expert in something. Experience more. Have more tolerance. Become an expert in dealing with life. That's fulfillment of existence. To become an expert for being able to deal with life and not lie down and die, but always like a bouncy ball, hit down, boom, further up we go. That's the way you can fulfill and guarantee your bounce back and a better future. I hope that was something for you to think about. Ranjini says, sir, everyone has their own problems and sorrows in their life, but just want an advice from you. What are the ways to face them? I just answered that, dear Ranjini, to Robert Russell's question. Russell says, an expert in dealing with life. Yes, I love it. Okay, good, Russell. Keep it in mind. You can do anything that you put your mind to it. Never forget and never give up. Nobody has accomplished anything by giving up. So, the question of giving up is out of the question. We must continue. I know, and sometimes it's just tremendously bad stuff, but what choice do we have? We are born victorious. We are born winners. We are born the chosen ones. Why? Because every time mom and dad tried to procreate, there was about 300 million sperms, possibilities of other human beings. But out of that 300 million sperms, only you were able to win over all that 300 million. So you're born winner. You're born capable. You can do anything and everything. Put your mind through it, and as long as it's good for you and for the society in a positive manner, affect the world, you can prevail and you can make it come to fruition. That's for sure. Russell says, how about meditation, Mehran? What is your practice and how often? Well, I used to teach martial arts for, I don't know, 35 years as a hobby. And on weekends I would teach it. I had my job and then I would teach that because that was part of my studies in university, and that was part of my activity and learning about the energy of the universe and understanding the relationship between mind and body, and our relationship between our energy and universal energy, and learn how to expand it And meditation was a huge part of that martial arts to help us to learn our connection with the universe and the whole concept of ki, energy. Japanese call it ki, Chinese call it chi. So I guess I will eventually, once I get proper setup, do a live meditation with you guys, whether on YouTube or on Facebook. I don't know which one. Whichever, I'll have more people can gather the same from all over the world. And there are different kind of meditations, you know, that we do. Is concentration meditation, and then there's breathing exercise meditation. And so I'm sure that it will be very interesting. I have meditation videos on my channel, which you got to go to the first few videos I ever made, which was, I think, 6 years ago. And you will find concentration meditation, guided meditation videos, and also the breathing exercise meditation. But since then, I have made modification to the concentration meditation style, which I believe it works better. Every student, after learning and becoming one with that teaching, would advance and modify and come up with new ways which would be perhaps more harmonious, or help with being more harmonious with the nature's energy, and a modification from the master that he learned from. And so those videos that are on YouTube, they do not include my modifications to it, which came years after I made those videos. But I think those videos were made 25 years ago. But since then, of course, I taught constantly, and then I made modifications, which when I do a live meditation, then I will share that with you guys, how that will go. So let's see if we have any more questions here. So perhaps this could be, we have answered all the questions, guys, so we can perhaps say goodbye for now, and then look forward to see you guys either on YouTube or back here. But make sure you go on YouTube and subscribe if you haven't. That will help us to grow. In the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.